Alright, this video is going to be about how you should not bot likes, subscribers, views, whatever, or anything. Like, this goes for every platform, not just YouTube. I'm gonna use YouTube as, like, the main thing because, we're on YouTube, and I feel like a lot of people do it on YouTube. But I mean, I think people do it a lot on like stuff like Instagram and stuff too. But this kind of applies to Instagram too, and whatever other platform. So, just don't be botting like followers or likes or comments or views or all of that crap, because it's not that great. And I don't think you really realize what you're doing when you do this thing, or if you want to do this thing. I don't think you realize how bad it is if you do it. So, yeah, I just want to make this video as like a kind of, I guess, I don't know, PSA thing, warning thing. I don't know what to call it, but whatever. Anyways, let's get into why you should not do any of this shit. So, yeah, let's get into it with the first point. So the first point is it could get your channel removed. It is literally a violation of YouTube's TOS to be botting any analytics or any of your metrics or whatever. Any, subscribers, any likes, comments, views, whatever, watch time. Like, if you are botting this shit, YouTube has every right to just remove your channel. Like, if they can see the back end of your channel, they can see like what channels are really real or not. I mean, YouTube does make mistakes with some stuff. Like, some people's channels will get removed for literally no fucking reason, but usually YouTube is pretty good with like removing bots. Like, every so often they will just remove a shit ton of bot accounts, and you know, they should be removing bot accounts. There's still the problem with like the bot comments of like, like, you don't have to bot comments, and there'll still be like bot channels commenting under certain videos. Like, you can go to like any popular YouTuber and see like, there's these weird comments, or it's not even just weird comments. Like, sometimes it's usually just a normal looking comment, but then you look at like the name or the profile picture of the channel who's commenting it, and it's very suspicious looking. I'm sure if you've been on YouTube and you've watched certain channels, you probably know what I'm talking about, but usually the picture is of like this lady who's usually like very pretty looking, and then like she's showing off a lot of, that area. I don't know if YouTube's gonna get mad at me for saying certain words, but if you know, you know. It's just, so you don't even really have to bot to get bots on your channel necessarily, because people are going to be doing it anyways, because they're like running the bots all over YouTube. But if YouTube finds out you are doing it on your own channel, then they will remove your channel. So don't risk your entire channel for something that's not real. So yeah, anyways, let's go to the next point. It's a waste of money is the second point, because if you spend money on it, then and your channel gets removed, then it's kind of just like, well, you kind of paid for this for fucking nothing, because now your channel's fucking gone, because YouTube, rightfully so, removed it. But also, even if YouTube doesn't end up removing your channel, it's still kind of just like a waste of money, because it doesn't actually give you anything. It doesn't actually help you. Like, you can just inflate all these numbers, but then your real audience, like, it, they're not real people. Usually it's not real people. I mean, I think sometimes they'll try to be like, "Oh yeah, we'll have real people watching your channel," but like usually it's not, I don't think anyways. But like, yeah, it's just it's not real numbers. You're better off with like a real people and having real connection with other people. Like you're not gonna get real views or real likes, real watch time, real anything. Like it's just a waste of money. Like it doesn't actually exist. Like it's so much more like I don't know what's the wording for this. It feels better to know that there's real people there. There's real people behind it than just some inflated number that doesn't actually mean anything. So you you might be like, "Oh yeah, I have all these numbers," but like that it's literally just that. It's just numbers. There's no real people behind it. And so why why the fuck would you waste the money on literally fake numbers on a screen? It's a digital number on a screen and it doesn't mean anything. So it's like it's so much better if you actually like grow an audience and it's like there's a real people behind it. Then it's not just a number. If there's real people behind it, then it's like, there's actually people here. There's actually people watching your channel. There's actually people subscribing and liking and taking the time out of their day to, watch the video all the way through or take the time out of their day to leave a comment. So it's like, it's so much better if you just get real people, you know? So like, just don't waste the money on something that's doesn't exist and like, it's not gonna fucking help you. It's really just gonna hurt you more than help you. So, you know, don't waste the money, especially if you don't really have the money already. Like myself, like I don't have the money to even take care of myself most of the time. So it's like, why the fuck would I waste money on something that doesn't exist? It's kinda stupid to do that, so don't fucking do it. This next point kinda still goes with like what I was talking about before, where the numbers aren't gonna be real, the analytics are gonna be all fucked up. Like you're not gonna have organic growth. Like if you look at channels that have been here for a long time and they have like however many subscribers, you're gonna see that in their analytics if they even show their analytics on anything. Or you could go to Social Blade. I mean, Social Blade isn't always 100% because they can't actually see everything, but they can kind of look at like the trends of your channel and everything, and they can still see like the how many views and stuff you have. So um you know Social Blade can still kind of show a lot of it, but not always 100%. But if you look at like big channels like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or anyone who's been here for super long and then they have all these views and stuff, you can kind of see that happening in real time. And, they're obviously not botting their channels. Um, Even though, like, they have a lot of subscribers, but the views that they get isn't that much. Like, was it? I think Jacksepticeye has like 30 million, right? How Markiplier, let's see. If I look up Markiplier on here and then I go to his channel, how many subscribers does he have? Is it him that has 30 million or Jack that has 30 million? Um, well, Markiplier has 38.4 million, and his videos do not get 30 million views. So, that's normal. Like, you're not going to obviously get, you're most of your subscribers aren't really going to watch your videos anyways because subscribers don't really mean that anymore since YouTube changed their shit. But, you know, it's still like he still gets quite a few views for a channel like his. Like his channel is pretty big and he still gets a lot of views. Like his videos average like, 1 million, 2 million. So, yeah, like, sure, it might look like Mark might bought his channel with a shit ton of subscribers and then he only gets like not even close to that many views on each video. But if you look at like most popular, he has several million views on his most popular videos. So it's like, you can kind of see, like, his channel has been here for a long time. He has a shit ton of views on his most popular videos. And then it's like, okay, that's probably where he gets a lot of his views and a lot of his subscribers. But if you haven't been on the channel, on the website for very long, and you don't really have very many videos, and none of them are that popular, and suddenly you get a shit ton of subscribers out of seemingly nowhere, that's gonna be like, what the fuck? Where did all these people come from? So, even my channel, like, I don't really get that many views on a lot of my videos, but I have, like, all these subscribers. It's because I've been here for a long ass time, and I have a few videos that have a shit ton of views, and then those videos end up getting a shit ton of subscribers and stuff. People subscribe to my channel for one thing, but then they don't really care about another thing. It's kind of like, okay, whatever. And then that's what happened with Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. Like, they get all these views and subscribers from all these videos that are like their most popular videos. Also, people rewatch videos, so that's another thing. But people subscribe to Markiplier for like the Amnesia stuff or Five Nights at Freddy's or Slender the Arrival and stuff like that. Like those videos were pretty big back in the day, and I mean his FNAF videos are like some of his biggest videos, and so a lot of people subscribe to Mark for those videos, but then you know he doesn't always make Five Nights at Freddy's videos, so those videos, the rest of his videos aren't gonna be as popular, I guess. That's kind of how YouTube works. So like, sure, you might not get as many views on one video as you did another video, but that's kind of how YouTube ends up working a lot of the time with a lot of channels. Um, that does not mean you should go botting your views on the video that didn't get as many views, because YouTube's gonna be like, what the fuck, and delete all of those views. They can do that. YouTube can do that. They can delete views. If they can delete subscribers, they can also delete views. So don't do that. But yeah, you should really just focus on making content instead of numbers. Like, subscribers don't really mean anything because, again, YouTube changed their platform, so it's kind of just like YouTube, subscribers, if they're not actively watching your channel, then they don't really mean anything. Back in the day, it did mean something, but nowadays it's like, doesn't really mean anything as much anymore, so, just focus on, I guess, views and watch time. Don't bot views and watch time, but you should focus on trying to get views and watch time with, like, maybe there's a popular topic that you want to talk about or a popular trend that you can do, and then you can try to get views that way. But also, just do YouTube for fun. Don't worry about the numbers and stuff. Like, yes, this point here is about, uh, you know, analytics and stuff, but like when you're first starting out, you shouldn't really be worrying about numbers and stuff. Like my channel is over 10 years old, and my first video I ever made is over 10 years now. And even now, I'm just like, whatever. I don't care about the views or anything. Like, I don't care about numbers. If I cared about numbers, I would be doing so many other things to get views, but I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want to do because that's what I want to do. I don't care about any, like, views, watch time, subscribers, whatever. I'm just doing it because I want to do it. So, you know, that's like the main thing that you should be doing YouTube for, especially if you are first starting out and, like, don't worry about getting money from your channel or anything. I don't make money off of my channel, so it's kind of just like whatever. Don't really care. So, yeah. Anyways, I should move on to the next point. So, yeah, let's go to the next point here. The last point I have here is loss of trust and credibility. Like, people aren't going to trust you after this, and people are gonna think you're just a liar and a cheater and all this shit, and no one's gonna watch your channel if they find out that you've been botting and faking everything, you know? People will literally drop you for less. So this part here is really important. People are really not going to trust you after this. Like, people will literally hate me for the stupidest things ever. And what do you think this will do then? Like, if people hate you for the littlest, tiniest things, and then you do something like this, yeah, it's gonna be a lot worse than just a little mean comment about how you look or how you sound or whatever. Like, if they find out you're botting any numbers on your platform, then they're really gonna be like, fuck you, you know? It's really not fucking worth it. Like, any real people that you got on your channel are just going to drop you after finding out that you bought subscribers or views or likes or whatever. Like, it's just, don't fucking do it. People are already like really suspicious of a lot of things, so you really don't want to fuck it up by actually doing it. So yeah, it's not worth it. Like, YouTube is not that important to waste so much shit on, it's really fucking not. So, you might as well not do it, and you should just do it for fun. Like, that's what a lot of people started YouTube for, especially back when YouTube really started, like before it became all about like money and stuff. Like, people just did it for fun, and I feel like we should get back to that. Like, it should be about just, having fun, being creative, and stuff that you want to do, stuff that you like doing, whatever, all that. And, like, it just became a view game and subscriber game, and, like, oh, hey, we gotta get to this many subscribers and this much watch time to make money. And it's just like, that's not all there is to life. You can have fun with it, and I'm sure a lot of people do have fun with it and also, make money, but I think with the money part, it's just a bonus for them. Like, you should, having fun and being happy with it should be your number one thing, and not just like, oh, I have to do all this stuff and get all these views, get all these subscribers, get all the watch time. Like, no, fuck that. It should just be about you. So, yeah, don't fuck up your channel, don't fuck up your credibility. You don't want to ruin it for yourself. Because once you ruin it, then there's not really any going back. So, just don't fuck up in the first place and you'll be just fine. So, yeah, anyways, I guess that'll be it for this video. And those are the 4 points that I have for this. So, yeah, don't mess up your channel. You don't wanna fucking lose everything. So yeah, anyways, I guess that'll be it for this video. So bye.